In today's episode, I am going to be giving you the secrets to finding 100x Solana meme coins early. I really believe in teaching people how to fish because I do not want you to be dependent on me. You have obviously seen my track records. We've been doing 100x meme coin calls for a very long period of time, and this is one of the reasons why you guys are fascinated by the type of results that we are having. So this is one of the reasons why you definitely have to watch the entire episode. Do not skip any information. Okay, so if you have to put this video on 2 times the speed, please do so, because this message is going to be very, very important to you, and you guys are going to be able to do what I do personally. Okay, so the essential tools that you need for starters is number one, Bullx, Dexscreener, and any wallet tracker. And by the way, you do not even need to pay for expensive tools, expensive bots, and all that stuff. So for now, as a beginner, what you need to focus on is identifying what works. It might be narratives, it might be wallets that really understand how to pick the best narratives, or it could be, new coins that are popping out that are just coming out of the blue, and they have got the right metrics that really allow you to like zoom in and focus on those. So we are going to be talking about these different type of hacks. And by the way, I'm assuming that you guys already have like a basic background of DeFi. You know how to swap, you know what transaction fees are, you know how to do a little bit of technical analysis. Because when it comes to meme coin trading, right, of course you can start as an absolute beginner, but you need to spend time doing basic research on technical analysis. This is obviously about order blocks, charting, etc. You also need to understand how to interact with a lot of Web3 or DeFi platforms. You need to understand how to swipe, how to get the right contract address, and just basically how to be able to work your way around a lot of different DeFi platforms. Because a lot of these, like for example, Bullx, it utilizes a lot of concepts of, DeFi, swapping, fees, etc. So when it comes to technical analysis, it's going to help you to sort of, do your basic due diligence with regards to risk analysis in terms of finding the fairest price. Because as a trader, because essentially when you are trading Solana meme coins, you are essentially trying to get in the fairest price and selling it for a profit. So in order for you to figure out which price is the fairest, you obviously need to have a little bit of technical analysis. How do you get to figure out that, okay, we are seeing a lot of volume coming through, and we're seeing an increase in terms of the demand, and in comparison to the current price, it's obviously going to perform better. So that requires a little bit of technical knowledge background, which I am assuming you have. In case you haven't had this opportunity, you can always book a one-on-one consultation personally with me, and I'm going to give you all this information in less than 2 hours, and you guys are going to be killing the markets, because I have spent 7 years in the cryptocurrency markets trading cryptocurrencies, and I know exactly what I need to teach you in order for you to get rid of the bullshit. All right, with that said, let's jump into this. So the first thing that you need to do right now is head over to my YouTube channel, find the Bullx link in the description box below. Join Bullx, because you cannot be trading meme coins without Bullx. You guys are going to be extremely wrecked. Bullx link is in the description box below. I have an affiliate link which is going to give you full access, no waiting, and you're going to have less trading fees. It's a very good platform. All the big meme coin traders use Bullx. Okay, so now when it comes to Bullx, so we're going to get to Dexscreener and the wallet tracker. The reason why you need a wallet tracker is essentially you're going to be low-key and vicariously trading with another person. So you're going to pick out a wallet on the interweb. You're going to do your research about this particular wallet, and if you feel this is a wallet that you can emulate, then you are going to be tracking what they do on a daily basis. By the way, when you're tracking this, I really encourage people to track manually. Okay, so I'll show you what I usually do, and then you guys, it's going to resonate with you. So Bullx, the reason why I like Bullx is, number one, you are able to see new creations, which is going to allow you to sort of figure out and understand what coins just got listed on the market. And then you also have the about to graduate section. So these are the coins that are about to hit their bonding curve. So this is one of the reasons why I asked you guys if you understand any DeFi related lingo, because a lot of the lingo that I'm going to be using is going to be, you know, going over your heads in case you haven't had the decent background. So about to graduate tokens just basically means the coins that are about to migrate from Pump Fund to Radium. Okay, so Pump Fund basically has got, I'm not going to get into that because I'm assuming you guys already understand. So when you talk about the graduated section of Bullx, it shows you the coins that recently hit their bonding curve and they graduated from Pump Fund all the way up to Radium. So these different categories are going to allow you to invest in meme coins at several different stages. Okay, most of the times newbies, or rather people who are not really down in the trenches, so basically being down in the trenches when it comes to meme coins is you are spending most of your times on Pump Fund. So a lot of people are just sort of a lot of cryptocurrency traders are mainstream traders. These are the traders that only get to invest in meme coins when they are really big, like above 500 million US dollars. And this is where most of the category of people fall in. So what you want to do is you need to get in below certain type of thresholds. You know, a lot of coins that are, or rather have usually graduated, are between 200,000 US dollars in terms of market cap, all the way up to about 2 million US dollars. So when a coin recently graduated and it is around 2 million US dollars, it's either it's heavily manipulated, it's fake, or there's a lot of demand. So the graduated coins have got a specific threshold that you can get in, and if you are interested in that particular threshold, there are certain things that you need to do in order for you to like practice your risk assessment, etc. So about to graduate type of meme coins, your approach to them is going to be slightly different from your approach with regards to graduated. So all these different categories have got different methods of trading them, you know, because you can't really use the same risk reward, or rather risk assessment strategies with new creations, about to graduate, and graduated, etc. So since you guys are just being oriented with Bullx, I'm not really going to dive deep. If you guys want me to go deep into how to have the best strategy for graduated tokens on Bullx, please let me know in the comment section. If you want me to make a dedicated tutorial on how to have the right strategy when it comes to about to graduate or new creations, please let me know in the comment section below. However, this is where you're going to spend most of your time, and this is very intimidating. You know, if you go to Pump Vision on Bullx and then you just sort of get to stare at the screen and just take a look at these projects all the time, right? You're going to have analysis paralysis, and you are probably going to be able to invest in very bad coins. Trust me, it happened with me, and I have been through this learning curve. So this is one of the reasons why I'm saying, okay, boom, you've already got your Bullx set up, everything is good to go, right? What you need to do right now is you need to trade with somebody, and you do not even need to pay anybody. Let me show you how you're supposed to find the proper wallet to follow. Remember what I talked about, right? When it comes to Dexscreener, Dexscreener meme coin trading strategies are very different. So I'm going to do my best to summarize them. Okay, so we're done with Bullx. You already understand the reason why you're supposed to use Bullx, etc. And the other thing that I forgot to mention about Bullx is it gives you a lot of options when it comes to executing your trades. As you can see right over here, it gives you the capability of having a limit order, a market order, and so many things. And you are also able to sort of create your own customized sort of trading strategy. You can put a stop loss. If you want the stop loss to be about 20%, then you can obviously be able to customize and use all those different trading strategies. So this is one of the reasons why I really believe if you are going to be trading meme coins, Bullx is a must, because this is the best trading interface when it comes to Bullx. So take a look at this. This coin has obviously rugged in front of you guys. This is a basic rug pull. So this is what usually happens on Bullx, especially when it comes to new creations. So personally, I avoid new creations as often as possible because I want them to go through a certain filtering mechanism. So personally, I'm only interested in coins that have already graduated, because 9 times out of 10, a very good coin is going to be hard for you to get it as new as possible. You understand? The newer a coin is and the more demand it has got, probably is going to reach its bonding curve in less than 5 minutes. So you're barely going to get in unless you are sniping. And when it comes to sniping, right, if you don't really have the right setup in terms of budget, money, and the right strategy and experience, you're going to lose. So this is one of the reasons why I do not spend time on new creations and about to graduate, because about to graduate section is a hit or miss. What I want is to focus on the coins that have graduated, because when they graduate, it means they have proven their worth. So even though they have graduated, right, it doesn't guarantee them doing very well and performing. So this is one of the reasons why you have to filter, you have to use your experience, you have to use your expertise, etc. Mostly I have made a lot of money on the graduated section of Bullx, because when it graduates, then you're going to eventually be able to find it and track it on Dexscreener. More people are going to be able to use it. People are going to pay for marketing, etc. So personally, I love the graduated section, because the upside is absolutely not limited. When it comes to new creations, there's a limitation in terms of the upside. It's probably going to go to $70,000 in terms of its market cap, and then from there it's going to be a hit or miss. When it comes to about to graduate, sometimes it might rug before even reaching its bonding curve, because there's a lot of bundles and so on and so forth. So when it comes to graduated, at least the odds are slightly in favor of a lot of regular traders. Traders that are not really part of a cabal, traders that are not part of any trading group. So if you spend time on the graduated section, you stand a chance of doing very well, especially if you have got a very good trading strategy in terms of your filtering mechanism. So now let's talk about filtering mechanisms on Dexscreener. So I hope you guys have been following, and I hope you guys have been able to understand. Hopefully you're going to use my link on Bullx, because it's going to give you, number one, no waiting. You're going to be part of the people who are actively trading on Bullx. No need for you to be part of the waiting list. And number two, I'm going to be able to give you a very good low trading fees, because you're going to be trading a lot of meme coins back and forth. So you need to pay the cheapest fees as possible. If you use my referral link, you're going to get the cheapest transaction fees. Now let's head over to Dexscreener, because Dexscreener has got a lot of very good, interesting filters and data points. For example, what you're going to be mostly looking at is the age, the transactions, the volume, the makers, and the market cap, as well as the liquidity. So what's the correlation between the transactions and the volume and the market makers? So let me just group these different data points into several categories, okay? So what you need to understand is how old a coin is, because newer coins have got the biggest probability of doing very well. If a meme coin hasn't pumped within 2 weeks, there's a slight chance of it doing very well. Like the odds of it pumping after 2 weeks becomes lower and lower and lower. This is one of the reasons why I mostly concentrate on new creations that have graduated from Bullx here, and they are now on Dexscreener, aka Radium, and they've got very good odds of doing extremely well. So from here, I usually look at coins that have been created in the past 72 hours, that are exhibiting a lot of organic growth in terms of the transactions, the volume, and the makers. So basically, makers are the holders of the coin, and these makers are the people who are holding each and every coin on a project. So think of makers as individual wallets. So these wallets are going to be trading back and forth. On average, one person trades about 5 times. They buy, they sell, they de-risk, they've got a stop loss, they've got a take profit, etc. So this is one of the reasons why the makers to the transaction ratio is usually going to be about 3 to 1 ratio, you know. So when you take a look at a coin, let's say for example, this coin, it has got a 3 to 1. That is organic. It is good. But when you see a coin that has got less than a 1.5 to 1 ratio, like for example this one right over here, it has got 7. Are you guys able to see this? Let me zoom in. It has got 78,000 transactions with the makers of around 58.4. Already the ratio is not very good. Okay, so now let's take a look at this. The market cap is 13.7, and by the way, this is a fake coin. I can already tell because of the transaction to maker ratio. You're able to filter out coins that are fake, that are not legit, etc. So this is a duplicate of Peanut the squirrel, and this is one of the reasons why you guys are supposed to be having contract addresses. A CA is very important because you're going to avoid such bullshit, because a lot of people who do not know that this is a fake coin, they might accidentally buy it because they really believe that this is Peanut the squirrel. You get my point? The one that really did very well. So this is a fake one. I was able to determine that this is fake by just looking at the makers to transaction ratio. So remember, a good coin has got a 3 to 1 ratio. The makers, or rather the transactions, on average should be a minimum of 3 times more than the holders. Okay, so when you take a look at that, right, you guys are going to be able to filter out a lot of different stuff, and you're going to be able to know which coins or projects have got fake volume, because a lot of projects are using fake volume to generate interest, because a lot of traders like me get to discover coins by taking a look at the best performing, the best trending, the best data sets, etc. However, a lot of these bots have got limitations. You heard me. A lot of these trading bots have got limitations, even though they would what's the word? They would try to manipulate the data. The data has got specific traits that are going to be exhibited, which experienced traders are able to understand and avoid. You get my point? So, number one, the maker to transaction should be 3 to 1. On average, a very good meme coin, which recently got released. The reason why I'm explaining this is when a coin is very new, right, there's a high likelihood of it ragging and just basically dying out. So you need to find the coins that have got the coins that are very recent with a high probability to survive and do very well. Coins that are new with the best metrics in terms of transactions, volume, liquidity pools, and market cap are going to give you the best odds. Okay, the reason why I'm trying to explain to you the ratio and why the ratio is very important is because even though a coin is new, you can know which one is legit or not by looking at the data, because the number's not going to lie. Okay, so usually as you continue trading your cryptocurrency meme coins, you're going to figure out which volume for a specific threshold in terms of market cap is realistic. So for example, when the market cap of a coin is around 20 million US dollars, you would expect the volume to be around 1 million US dollars. You get my point? That is absolutely normal, you know? So sometimes fake projects try to manipulate the volume by having trading bots abuse the buying and the selling to generate fake volume. So with time, you're going to be able to know what market cap has got the likelihood of having the right volume threshold. Because if you just filter out Dexscreener using volume, right, you're going to see a lot of bad trades. Like for example, this one, you know, it's obviously fake, volume in terms of trying to get people to dupe them. You get my point? So this is one of the reasons why you should be very careful. So figure out what volume is natural and normal and not being utilized by bots. Okay, so when it comes to liquidity pools, right, and the market cap, so what you need to do is you need to find coins that are less than 48 hours, you know, between 48 hours to about 10 days. This is a very good sweet spot, you know, because by the 14th day, a meme coin should already be flying. A meme coin should already be 20 to 50x. So if you're looking at coins within a period of around, from creation to 48 hours, from 0 to about 48 hours, you should be able to figure out whether this coin has got very good demand, whether it has got legitimate holders and members are genuinely trying to push it harder or higher, etc. So you should be able to figure that out. Then from 48 hours to about 96 hours, it should have already experienced a decline, a dump, etc. It should have already been tested. It should have already shown you that even though the price has corrected, because you have to remember that when it comes from pump fund, there's a lot of snipers, there's a lot of jits, there's a lot of people who are just there to make quick money. So those people need to be flashed out. So this is one of the reasons why when it goes on Dexscreener, right, it's gonna have a depression phase. It's gonna have a period where it dumps and it has got some sort of downturn. That particular period has to be over, and you have to observe how it is going to be able to perform. So once you figure out that a coin is very interesting, right, it's gonna dump and then sort of pump. So this is a random coin, and I'm just showing you the phase that you're supposed to look at, especially when it sort of dumps. So when it dumps, it should be able to recover. So I'm not saying go buy this. Of course, take a look at this. The security details are very, very awful, and the number of top 10 holders are a lot, etc. So there's a lot of different things that I can't really cover right now, but you guys, it's easy to know and to learn and to understand. So just a quick thing, going back to Bullx, the other thing that you can do is also take a look at the security checks right over here. If you take a look at the security checks, it will show you the liquidity pool that has been, burned, the top 10 holders, and so on and so forth. So you also need to see those things so that you understand that this coin is absolutely legitimate, etc. So now going back to the liquidity pools, for example, we have been trading one coin in our group which did very well, and let me show you the coin right now. So this should be which was the coin. Yeah, I think this one is the coin. So big shout out to the people in my trading group. We bought this one. So when you are going to be analyzing a coin, just take a look at the holders. A recent coin that is about to do very well will most likely have more than 5,000 traders, more than 5,000 holders. And remember what we talked about in terms of the holders and the makers, right? So this is pretty much the same detail, and this is also related to liquidity providers, because if people feel like a coin is going to do extremely well, the number of liquidity providers is going to be a lot. There's going to be more than 3 liquidity providers. So look at the number of holders. A very good coin which is about to pump, or which will pump, is on average going to be having more than 5,000 holders. Go for coins that are having more than 15,000 holders, because you know that there's genuine, good sentiment, and people have expectations that is going to be doing very well. So this is one of the reasons why they are going to be holding on to their bags. And you should see an increase in terms of the liquidity going on. So this is just a basic summary of how you can use Bullx in comparison to Dexscreener, okay? And once you get to do your due diligence on Dexscreener, Bullx, remember, look at the liquidity pools, look at the market cap, look at the volume, look at the makers, the transactions, the number of holders, etc. So what you need to do is, once you figure out how to use these platforms, you need some guideline. You need to see what best traders are doing. Like, for example, let's go back to Georgie. So if you want to find very active cryptocurrency traders for free, if you want to track some wallets, go to a coin that recently did very well and look at the best traders. Okay, so I'm gonna be using this one, and you simply go to the best to top traders right over here and see the coins that did very well. So this guy bought 42,000 worth of Georgie, and he sold and cashed out. Okay, but what I usually like doing is I filter the details by a particular time of the cryptocurrency chart, because I want to find out the smart traders, because it might be a hit or miss for certain top traders, because at times they could just be in a group and then they got lucky. But I want traders that have got very good precision. To me, precision matters. So if you look at this chart, right, I want to figure out these people, the people that go in here, the people that were able to purchase at these levels after the price dumps. Because when the price dumps, right, a lot of people might think that it's going to go to zero, but these guys who bought here had an understanding and an idea. So number one, they've got very good technical analysis skills, and they also have very good understanding of this particular project. So I want to figure out what these specific traders. So personally, I do not go to the top traders. I look for the smart traders, the traders that go in after a depression stage, after a dump happens. So I filter these traders out by going to, transactions, and filtering it out by the date. So I want to look at these traders that go in right over here. So the traders that invested in Georgie at on the 13th of November at around 10 p.m. Those are the traders that I'm going to be looking at. So we go to the date, and we sort of look at 13th November. Okay, so we are going to choose a different time frame. Let's put it at let's say, for example, let's say 9 p.m. Okay, and then we end it at 13 hours. 13th November at what do you call this? 12. Let's do 12 a.m. Is it possible? All right, let's adjust it one more time. So we take it. By the way, sometimes your settings could be not working due to the fact that the time zone is very different. So you could find that you're in a different time zone, and then it's not able to work. So if I do this, will it be able to work? So let me put it at 3. Is this working? Let's see. Okay. What happened there? Were we able to? No, let's do this again. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to filter the buys and the sells based on a specific time frame. So now I wonder why it's not working. Okay, let's put it at 4 p.m. Then we go back to this time frame, and we take it to. Okay, let's do this. Let's put this one at 6 a.m. Then we take this one to p.m. like that. Okay, so this is working. So let me reduce the time frame. Let me put it at 10 p.m. from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and then we filter out that. Okay, so these are the current results that we are getting, and 10 a.m. So what can we say about 10 a.m.? So 10 a.m. is gonna be like around this area, and going further, you're going to see 7 a.m. So let's further configure it to about let's take it to about 7 a.m. Okay, and then we see what's gonna happen. So what I'm looking at is, or rather are the people who go in here between 7 all the way up to about 8 a.m. So these people right over here are very smart traders, because ever since they got in, right, the price has just been pumping and doing extremely well. So let's further filter out that. So what was the time frame again? Yeah, from 7. So I think 7 a.m. is a very good time frame. But a lot of buys started coming through at around 10 a.m. So remember what I told you about the time frame, okay? So the time frame that it was listed at with the time frame that I have, this is one of the reasons why we're seeing a lot of orders come through from 10. So this should be obviously 3 hours ahead of my time. Okay, so now what we're going to further do is, after we figure out the time frame, right, we're supposed to filter it out by the number of buys, and right now it's just showing me the people who were able to buy. So the time frame that I'm looking at is obviously here. Okay, remember I am UTC time, right? So I'm 3 hours ahead. So this is one of the reasons why this is the time frame that we are talking about. So I hope I'm not getting this intertwined, because I'm just doing this right now, but you guys get the gist of it. So in case I'm mistaken, as you guys are watching this video and saying you're not doing it right, just get the concept, get the idea, then you'll be able to tweak it and get the right time frame. So now what I'm going to look at is the buyers that bought with the highest conviction, because the people who had the highest conviction, right, made the most amount of money. Okay, so these are the specific traders that I'm going to be looking at. So remember, we are not looking at the top traders. We are looking at the traders with the highest conviction, aka the smart money. These are the traders that I'm going to be observing and wallet tracking. So whatever they do, I am definitely going to be sort of I'm going to be double checking, because I'm not going to blindly buy everything that they are going to be trading. The biggest mistake that a lot of you people make is you try to get the shortest, or rather the quickest method that you might think of. But the quickest method is not going to give you the best results. So I manually do everything. I do not copy trade, because I need to verify. If I see a buy coming through from a wallet that I follow, I manually scan and do my own basic background checks to verify that this coin is going to do very well. Because 9 times out of 10, traders with a high PNL use you as exit liquidity. So mostly if you buy something that you are blindly following from a wallet that you're copy trading, you're most likely going to lose. So manually retest, recheck, and just verify that the data is correct. So what I go for is I look for the highest conviction plays. So out of all these trades during that particular time frame, this wallet, so let me zoom in. Okay, let me zoom in. This wallet, I don't know, I'm not able to zoom in. This wallet right over here bought 13.94 Solana. This was the highest buy before the price started pumping. So I want to figure out, why did this trader decide to do this? So we click on that, check their wallet on SoScan, and we're going to figure out what they are up to. Okay, so this is the person that signed the wallet. So we are just going to copy the address, and we can even take a look at their PNL. So we take it to this tool, this website. It's just going to help me sort of take a look at the PNL and what these guys have been doing. So if you take a look at this wallet, right, the PNL hasn't been very good, but they made a very good trade. So I would look for another wallet with a better PNL etc. But sometimes the PNL is very subjective, because maybe this person had a very bad winning streak last time, but now they've got their shit together etc. So I'm not really going to consider this. The easiest way to find out what other people are doing now is you're supposed to go to the wallet and take a look at the DeFi activities. Take a look at what they are buying and purchasing. Like, for example, this guy, bought, or rather, there was an exchange of Solana for Georgie, etc. So it seems like they are trading back and forth, etc. Okay, they exchanged some USDC for some WIF. So you already know, 14 hours ago, these were the trades that they did. Okay, so if you feel or think this wallet is a wallet that you can follow, then you can now manually start tracking the wallet addresses. But personally, I'm not going to follow this wallet. Let's look for another wallet. So the second best wallet here that bought early was around this time, and they bought 12.16 Solana. So let's take a look at this wallet and figure out what they do. So the little information that we're getting about this wallet is, number one, let's click on it. How much are they holding right now? So they've got around 16,575 tokens. The best performer was, Georgie, and they also got Orbot. You understand? So by using this method, you already understand what the best traders are doing, and you are able to immediately see what their next plays are. Okay, so this wallet is a little bit interesting. So let's go to gmgn.ai. Moreover, you don't even need to use this PNL scanner because you can just manually do it yourself. So this is the wallet. And if you take a look at the PNL, right, it's also not very good. So let me see. So this is what they have. They've lost a significant amount of money. So now let's take a look at the past 30 days. So the past 30 days hasn't been very good, right? So we skip this, but we take a look at the recent trades because, not everybody just starts trading cryptocurrency meme coins and just become ultra successful. It's a phase and it's a period of time. It's a transition period. So maybe this wallet is just starting to become good at trading cryptocurrencies, and they are beginning to sort of know what to look for, know what to avoid, etc. So before you discard it, just look at the recent activities. How recent was this particular wallet very active? So it was active 6 hours ago, and this is what they bought. They bought Orbot. And when you see the DeFi activities, right, you're able to do your further scanning and your further analysis. By the way, I already came across Orbot, and a lot of people have been trading it, and I think it's going to do very well. So I already know that this coin is going to do very well. So in case you are interested in seeing what they bought, you just simply, click on it and go get the URL. So once you figure out that this coin has done very well, like for example, it has got 10,000 holders already. That is already piquing our interest. Remember what we spoke about with regards to the number of holders, the transactions, the makers, etc. So already this looks like a good coin, or rather a coin that I might be interested in. You understand? So you see the projects and the plays that I'm able to uncover by just simply filtering out data on the blockchain. I am able to discover a lot of coins by just following the blockchain and the transactions. So if I were interested in this particular coin, right, I would do further research. I would grab the contract address of Orbot, go to Dexscreener, paste it, and start doing my analysis. When it comes to analysis, right? Now take a look at this. So this coin has got 22.3 million US dollars in terms of its market cap. The liquidity is 860 million. It's locked. The number of holders is 10,064 etc. And how old is this coin? This coin is probably like less than 48 hours in terms of its growth. So when you see such a coin, right, obviously do not immediately get in, and then take a look at the ratio of the makers to the transactions. 18,000 makers, and the transactions are 76,305. Remember, this is already more than a 3-to-1 ratio in terms of the makers to the transactions. Already, I'm beginning to pick interest. Okay, in the past 24 hours, it has got about 78.8 million US dollars in terms of its market cap, which is a little bit more exaggerated, but hey, who knows? These things are possible. You get my point. So for a 22.4 million market cap to have 78.8 million US dollars 78.8 million 24-hour volume, that shows a lot of interest. Number one, it could be fake, or it could show a lot of demand. So as a trader, as somebody who's scanning the markets, the interwebs, the trenches, I already know that I need to add this to my watch list. I need to figure out and do some more analysis. So when it comes to the basic scanning of meme coins, right? You have already seen the process that we have gone through in order for us to discover or bot. Okay, so before we further app in, and by the way, this is not a buy signal for this or but I'm just showing you the background checks that I go through, the hoops that I go through to find something which is very good. So when it comes to technical analysis, right? I already know for a fact that there's a lot of liquidity below 6 million US dollars. So even though this coin is interesting to me, right, due to the fact that I've got very strong technical analysis background, I'm not going to app in yet because I understand there's a lot of liquidity right over here. So I would wait for a drop to happen. If the drop happens and if the coin does manage to drop below these levels, I'm going to wait for it to interact with the liquidity below this particular threshold and figure out whether it is going to be able to bounce or not. I'm not going to jump into how I do that because a lot of stuff are just going to go over your head. So I'm trying to keep it as basic as I can, which is very difficult to do. All right, so that's the strategy and the method that I do. Okay, in order for me to find the next 100 coins. So basically, it's all about finding the wallets that have got access to Intel. And I figure out what these coins are buying, and then I just get to do my due diligence. You get my point? So with that said, I guess you guys got a thing or two. Remember, I do have a paid trading group. If you guys want to have the best results in the shortest period of time, join my paid group and also book a one-on-one consultation. I know there's a lot of things that went over your head. I know there's a lot of things that you didn't understand, but I can give you everything that I know in a matter of less than 2 hours. Book a one-on-one consultation, get the right knowledge, and grow your portfolio. Just think of it. If somebody wants to become a medical doctor, they have to go through 7 years of training, 7 years of education. But I am here. I've had 7 years of trials and errors. I understand everything. I can give you all my knowledge in 2 hours. You get my point. So this is one of the reasons why you shouldn't just join my paid Telegram group. Book a one-on-one consultation, because even though I give you a very good coin, there's a high chance that you're going to fuck it up because you don't know technical analysis. You don't know how to do other background checks. So it is important. And this goes out to the people who are currently in my paid group right now. Book a one-on-one consultation and increase your earning potential. You get my point? So yeah, that's all I had for you. So basically, you're supposed to have Bullx, Dexscreener, and follow some very interesting wallets, see what they purchase, and you guys are going to be able to find the next 100x. So on a scale of 1 to 10, please rate my explanation. Of course, we were doing this live, and it wasn't really, scripted. I was just showing you exactly what I go through, and I hope you guys at least got an idea of how to do this. This is the only meme coin trading tutorial for beginners that you need. Forget about everything that you've seen. There's a lot of regurgitated narrative there. There's a lot of same information which is, filtered out, which is always just taught to you guys. But if you listen and replay this video, trust me, you're going to learn new things each and every single time you play it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, please help me understand my explanation skills. I'm not a teacher, by the way. I'm a trader. So it's very difficult to explain how I basically trade, because, trading and explaining is just very different. But please just get the idea. And please let me know how I can improve myself and how I can, give you the best type of information. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Remember, use Bullx. If you want to become a profitable trader, use my referral link to get the cheapest fees and no waiting list. So that's all I had for you guys today. You guys have been awesome. Take care and talk to you a little bit later. The only reason you are here is because you want to make a lot of money investing in meme coins. And this is one of the reasons why I have just created this group where you are going to be paying $20 per month in order for you to have access to low cap meme coins. And we are going to be creating and investing in meme coins from the get-go, because this is not about luck, it's not about patience, it's about having the right strategy. And in order for us to make sure that we have guaranteed wins when it comes to investing in these meme coins, right, we also have to implement a lot of different strategies. We need to have volume bots, we need to pay for the marketing of these projects, we need to also involve a lot of different influencers, etc. So this is one of the reasons why you have to invest in yourself, and a $20 per month is a very fair price. So all you gotta do is go to www.nas.io/cryptohype. Okay, so this is the URL you go to, and you are going to be able to make your contribution of about the $20, and it is going to be able to redirect you to our paid Telegram group. So we need to have at least 1,000 people, because when we have a lot of people, it's going to be able to allow us to implement a lot of different complicated strategies, because it does cost a lot of money just making sure that all the projects we create and invest in end up doing very well. So take a look at this. You know, in order for you to have a coin do 100x, more than 100x, you need to have at least a minimum of 60 Solana in order for you to get the ultimate package for, you know, boosting up all your numbers. So this costs money. So the $20 is going to help us do these things with ease, and we are going to be able to have multiple players if we've got the right amount of people joining our group. So this is one of the reasons why you need to invest in yourself, so that we have guaranteed plays. Make sure you head over to www.nas.io/cryptohype and let's make this money.